man. Hey, I never got paid for that interview, by the way. And I didn't expect to, but just in terms of
Don't throw it out there if you're not going to do it.
I mean, yeah. Swindled again.
I've been duped.
They hit you with the old okey doke.
They okey doked me, man. Welcome, everybody. Woo! Welcome back to Human Disaster Podcast. I gotta keep clearing my fucking throat, man. All this goddamn weather.
Yeah, it's
Hot,
that
cold.
weird point in the year when it goes from extremely hot to extremely cold in like 20 minutes.
It's like 27 in the morning and it's like 94 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Pisses me off.
All right, no more foreplay. This is our last episode. It's like you can talk about the weather all you want. But
You ever realize when people don't want to talk about anything, that's the one subject they go to? Like, hey, how's the weather up there?
Dude, I actually have a really good theory for that.
What is it?
I think it's because it's like such a ubiquitous experience that you can't, like, if you're like, oh man, this weather sucks, somebody can't be like, I've never experienced this weather.
Right.
It's like this,
no matter what happened to you,
Everybody
in your life,
has experienced weather.
well,
everybody
we
can
are
show
standing
that.
in the exact same spot at the exact same time, experiencing the exact same weather. Don't deny me this. Like,
But it's not really the last episode.
No,
no,
it's not. But yes, it is tentatively for now. This show will be taking a hiatus moving forward.
We should
and
clarify the hiatus, though.
clarify.
It's like, you know how Guns N' Roses, your favorite band, like they went on hiatus for like 10 years.
It's got
And you know what? And sometimes Axl would come back and be like, we're Guns N' Roses. And everyone would be like, no, you guys are still on hiatus. Like,
I don't care who's there.
yeah, it's
Chinese
like,
democracy.
like I'm sorry, Axl, but Buckethead is great, but he's not Slash. Like,
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
not fooling anybody
Yeah.
here. So I think when we say hiatus, we mean like this is something that we both really enjoy doing.
Yeah, correct.
And
The three of us, yeah.
yeah, well, it's been a really awesome endeavor, but I think, you know, you can kind of go into maybe
Yeah.
why.
Yeah. So basically,
Jerry had to go and better himself with school.
well, school is a part of it. You and me both go to school full time. We work full time, and we have the kids. So that right there is just a lot. And I know it's easy to sit here and record all night long, but then what happens is there's like a pile of episodes that need to be edited, audio wise, video wise.
And just to be clear, Mike and I both don't know how to do any of that bullshit. So all of this falls on Jerry's shoulders. All the pictures for social media that you guys see, naming the episodes, going through and bleeping out anything that Mike and I say that was stupid and shouldn't have been said, and cutting things and matching up video with audio and stuff. That's all Jerry. This is pretty much a one-man show.
It takes it takes a lot. And so just in terms of everything, the whole, so when we started way back in June, we started and we were in different places in our life, not just in terms of like, I mean, fuck, we had one kid at the time, but just everything was different, and we wanted to do this. It was very therapeutic for us, and over the last 6 months, it has really helped to, like you said earlier, would just get us to a better place, and by no means at all, I want to be clear on this, by no means at all do we want to stop. It's just the weekly consistency is too much in terms of everything else that we have going on. So for the time being, there will be no more weekly episodes coming out every Wednesday. And I know that sucks. I'm not particularly happy about it. Mike's not happy about it. Kaitlyn's not happy about it. It was something that we've gone back and forth on for a few weeks now, a few past episodes and stuff. And we've kind of talked about, we've changed up our recording schedule to try to allow more flexibility and freedom outside of things, to allow for more of those other endeavors that we have going on and stuff. And it's really not feasible right now. However, what we all did agree on is when we can, we're absolutely going to get together still and lay down whatever we can come up with. And it may be a fucking 30, 45-minute episode, that comes out, in 3 months from now. It may be a 3-hour episode that comes out, I don't know when. We don't have a clear date on when things will return. But if you are subscribed to any of our mediums that we post to, then you'll know when something gets posted. And hope you enjoy it and hope you love it and listen. And it's nothing. And I like going into detail on this because I hate when like your favorite band breaks up and they're like, it was personal issues. And you're like, what does that mean? Like, I want to be, we've always prided ourselves on being transparent on this show. And so that's why we're being so transparent now. There is absolutely no beef behind the scenes here. There is no problem. Like, me and Mike don't want to, we don't want to work with each other or anything like that. Or, Kaitlyn's not
I'm not
Yoko Ono or anything like that at all.
Deja vu.
Yeah, no, nothing like that at all.
If it hadn't been for I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody.
No, nothing like that at all whatsoever. The three of us definitely will still continue to work together, and we have a lot of ideas, man. I know the premise of this idea with Human Disaster was to talk about shit going on in the world and just the way people like the human species is in general, and like just there's so many things you could talk about there. But you and me also have a lot of things that we talk about as well. We're very big within the veteran community that we like to be a part of. Musically wise, the three of us are just huge into music, so we could have a weekly episode on music every week if we didn't have anything else going on. So there's just so many different ideas that we have, and I mean, if we ever if we're able to come back on a consistent basis, it could be with a new idea or something like that. But just know, overall, I know I'm rambling here, and I know I've always done that, but just know that this is not the end. Just the consistency is not going to be there. And I know for those of you that have listened every week and you hit me up, you hit Kaitlyn up, you hit Mike up.
Shout out Zach.
You post on all the social medias, or you submit your suggestions to us when we ask. Like, we know who you are. We see you. We thank you. We love you. If you are playing the catch-up game and you are, you found out week 27 that this podcast existed, and you went back to week 1 and now you've caught up to here, we love you as well. But yeah, it's just that's kind of where things are at. But on that, huge shout out to I don't want to say top 5, but Zach, Josh, Jack, Bruce,
Tyler.
I know there's
Ralph.
Probably a few others. Ralph.
Yeah, Alex. I mean,
there's so many people. If
Jody.
we're just
Jody. If I've listed this many. If I keep going, I'm going to list every single person that listens.
And the thing is what's really
Badger.
Yeah. No hard feelings. We're adults, but you know what I mean. Like, no, but I think what's really interesting. It blew my mind every single time. Whenever I find out that we had somebody who commented, or somebody who subscribed, or somebody who anything who interacted with us, or just even expressed that they listened, I gotta tell you, it was never not an awesome feeling. And for those of you who really know me, I don't engage in social media. Right. I feel like it triggers the worst parts of my brain, and it affects me in the worst kind of ways.
Yeah.
Because I like people, and it's like, if I may not have responded on social media, but if you ever see me at a bar, I'll buy you a drink. Yeah. We'll have a talk. You know what I mean? Like, and that's kind of what's been really the most pleasant about working with you guys is just like the penultimate version of that. Yeah. Where it's like every single week we get to grab a beer and talk.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. That was one of your ideas too, was to like
try to coerce people
Coerce
into drinking
people.
with us.
no, I mean it was a good idea because like you said earlier, like if we were able to have a format or a front here for like just even San Antonio and just like the local things that happen here, and just trying to have people come on, and like the principle is like, no, you're gonna have a beer on the show. I don't care if you're a politician running for senator next year, like
You
campaign.
You have to drink with us, man.
You have to drink with us, like
Yeah, like even on the low, like if you smoke pot, we'll let you smoke pot. But like, I mean, but you gotta like act like you're drinking the O'Douls. You know what I mean?
Speaking of drink, did you want to announce this real fast?
Yeah. Shout out to John, man. Doez, right? Or is it no John Doe is? Yeah. Shout out. It is not. We are going to drink a beer that he crafted. I want to make that clear. Crafted.
This is the second one.
It is the second one. The first one that we had was an ale of some kind, and I think this one was supposed to be an amber. I am not quite sure. The story gets fuzzy. Prost.
Hey. Toast.
It's definitely beer. It's not that bad.
It's good, man. I like it.
There it is.
Warm. It's cold outside, so it's like a fitting time of year to have it. So it's good. I
There
don't know
it
what it
is.
is, but it's good.
Yeah. So we've covered a ton of fucking ground on this.
We really have. Did you want to take your second
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
Because you were talking about it a minute ago, and
Well, no, I mean, I think it's one of the things that I coming on this show, it hit me at the perfect time. Just where I was in life, and I'm sure y'all feel the same way. But like I really felt like I was drowning, but I wasn't completely helpless. Like I had like just enough forward momentum to where I knew that if the right person caught me, or the right person propelled me, or if everyone in my life, which is what happened, propelled me, then I could bust out of this. So I feel like it would be unfair for me as a very fortunate, lucky human that I am, to at least kind of break down if anybody who ever finds this is struggling with substance abuse, and just kind of how it happened for me, and where it got me to where I can honestly say that my life is better than it's ever been.
Mm-hmm.
And that's such a cliche. It's whispered in AA rooms across the country. It's just, it's a miracle. It's
movie, perfect like a movie.
Yeah, and it's I gotta tell you, it's not, but it's so worth it. It's a lot of people will joke around that you start doing drugs because you got a lot of problems in your life. So you consolidate them all into drugs, and that becomes your problem.
Right.
Well, meanwhile, your problems are getting worse, and then you quit drugs, and it's like, oh, I still have to deal with this backlog of problems.
Right.
And so I guess what I'm trying to say is if you're out there and you're struggling with this thing, just know that there's one surefire way to do it, is find people that honestly want to see you do better.
Yeah.
Find people who look you in the eye and tell you that they care about you. And you probably already have those people in your life. But you just got to remember, if you just get a little forward momentum, if you just make that one decision 5 to 10 times, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And then one day, one of the people that loves you unconditionally is going to go, I really don't think I don't think he's going to do it this time. And then you get one person who believes in you and takes an interest in you. And you just build that up. If some people find it in the rooms, some people find it in religion. I think the dangerous thing about that, line of thinking is whenever you go to treatment is they tell you that those are the only two ways to do it. And those are both really good places to find people who love you and care about you. But just know that if you find that, you can find that in your everyday life if those two things don't work. And I just want to say, whenever you see that people care about you, like Jerry and Kaitlyn have for me, like Julia, my parents, I was very fortunate in that way. And all I really needed was that first time for somebody to tell me, I believe in you and you can do this. You really fucking can. And your life has to suck. That's really important. Your life has to be like 100% dog shit. Like again, like I know they always say you have to hit rock bottom, but like your life has to suck so hard. Like you have to wake up and go like, why does my life suck? I'm going to do some drugs. And like, and it's like, and it becomes a cyclical loop. Right. And you really have to hate yourself. like, don't let anyone tell you it's a mental illness. It's a decision. It's a fucking decision. It's a decision. It's a decision that if you don't make it 10 times in a row and you go back, it's
decision.
It's it's like just get through the initial and try to make it work, and you can do it. That's the fucking worst part is when I say that, like, I loved those drugs more than anything in my world ever, I would be lying whenever I was in it. It's like I loved them, but now that I'm clean, it's like if you get a month, guess what? You can make it a lifetime. But I'm telling you right now, like I still remember what it feels like. I still struggle with it. But if I went back, everyone should hate me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And shame is the most powerful fucking tool for me. It was like, oh, this is how my life is gonna be. Mm-hmm. Oh fuck, this sucks.
Yeah. And
then I started realizing I've burned a lot of bridges. Oh shit. And AA don't like me. And I don't think me and God are square.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you. One of the luckiest moments of my life was running into you guys at HEB.
Yeah.
And getting a chance to talk on this show. To have catharsis once a week, and I can't tell you how amazing it is to know y'all, to know everyone that's helped me, and I'm glad that this is on record, because to everyone I love, you can go to your grave knowing that you saved a life.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. All right. Let's move on.
Yeah, your life has to really suck though. Like you have to hate yourself so much. But it's very achievable. So just do it.
You can do it
without a podcast. Maybe I can't. I did it with a podcast.
Yeah. Hey, and you don't need this. You don't need my studio to have a podcast. I know a lot of people. I'm a part of a few groups, and I know people that just do it off their phone. So
that was like the most beautiful humble brag. Like you don't have to have the kind of shit that I got.
Yeah.
I mean, I got that good shit. Have you heard this audio quality?
Yeah.
So you don't have to have that.
So actually, that was a comment that I made in the beginning of the episode when we started. You guys were hearing the tail end of me talking about somebody asked me to interview for, like, they wanted to know my studio setup. They wanted to know how I audio engineered the podcast and everything like that.
Equipment,
and
all that stuff.
Equipment. I mean, it was like an hour and a half interview, and they said they were going to pay me money, $150 for it. And it has been like a month and a half, 2 months. Mm-hmm. I have gotten zero pennies from it, which is fine. That's not why I said yes to the interview, and I didn't actually expect anything. Again, it's fine. But one of the points that I made on the podcast, and this is something that I've thought of ever since I started playing guitar and everything like that, is that you do not need the highest level of equipment to be able to do something. All you need is passion and drive.
Most of this stuff is from Amazon.
Yeah. I mean, this basic studio setup that I have, you can do for less than $150. Easy. But again, if you don't even have that, there are still plenty of ways to do this. And you can always reach out to me or the show in general for any kind of questions or tips on that kind of stuff if you'd like. But yeah, anyways, let's talk about some of the fun stuff we did on the show, man.
I gotta tell you, man, like I will remember the Herbalife thing for the rest of my life. Like it's like the thing is I realized that like for me to truly laugh, it takes like a pretty funny fucking joke. But for me to fall out of my chair and hold my stomach, and when I'm screaming, shut the fuck up, and then I can't breathe anymore. Oh man.
Yeah. I almost passed out laughing in that moment, dude.
Yeah, you were just like, I know.
Dude, I got so lightheaded, I fell back in the chair. And that's why I was like, I'm getting so lightheaded. No, I legit like almost passed out. And you literally fell on. I closed my eyes, almost passed out, and like came to. And you were not in the chair. I didn't see you at all. Yeah. And you were on the floor. The trash can was knocked over. Like it was this huge thing, dude. It was so funny.
And I just sat here and watched it all happen.
Did you say Julia was like, you laughed way too long at that?
Well, because the thing is, she thinks it's so weird that my favorite movies are stupid, dumb comedies. Like Dumb and Dumber. I just watched The Other Guys with my dad, and we were howling.
It was a good movie. It's funny.
This is so funny. And but I love dumb humor. And so whenever I walk into a conversation and I'm already thinking like, man, oh shit, I think I'm making fun of a friend that passed.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And then you're like, no, he's totally okay. Like it's not my friend that died when I was a teenager. It's this other. He sells Herbal.
It was so left field. I think
he's
that's
going
why.
places. Okay.
Like of all the things I could have said, you did not expect me to say that.
What if we ever get a cease and desist letter from Herbalife? Would that be a sign that we made it a little bit?
I'm sure the Better Business Bureau sent them a few.
Damn, Jerry, that was a good joke.
Oh man, no, dude. I want to tell so many secrets from this show, dude. So,
the I'll tell you off air stuff.
Yeah, well, maybe.
I mean,
so like the first episode was actually me and Mike doing a dry run. I had set up the studio as basic as I could. I was like, I think this is gonna work, and he came in and we just sat down and we literally, that was our first conversation, because when we ran into each other at HEB like a few weeks beforehand, we didn't really have, it was like 2-minute conversation.
Yeah, it was like a 2-minute interaction.
And then we talked on like text and Facebook Messenger and stuff like that. And then you came over, and that was our first time catching up, literally in like 10 years.
Yeah.
And we weren't gonna post it, and then we all listened to it and reviewed it, and we were like, hey, I guess it's good enough for a first episode. And people still tell, like, it's one of the most listened to episodes, which makes sense. It's the first
woo
one.
bring on the dick.
Yeah, woo, bring on the dick.
Yeah.
Like people love that joke, dude, about the chick with the spray, and she knew what she was about. Send it up.
Send one up, bro.
That was really funny, dude. And then Bruce came on, man. Bruce like floored this show to a new level that we had to uphold from then on.
Well, I don't think we did. It's like the thing is you meet guys like I still love like just they're usually Southern. You know, what I mean that's the thing. They always got like a little twang to them. I just remember Burke Holter. I'm like, God damn it, Burke! I gotta go to this fucking appointment. He's like, you ain't gotta do shit, but stay white and die. Blah, blah. And he didn't know he was being funny. Like it was just.
And I think that's why Bruce is so funny.
Yes,
is like he wasn't putting on a show or a front or acting.
Oh no,
like,
that's actually him.
That's legit how Bruce is, and it was just. I mean, dude, that episode in total was like 3.5 hours.
God, we got.
And dude, I was so drunk.
We got shitty, dude.
Yeah, and then you wonder why I was pissed off, because I told you we had to go get groceries. He's drunk in the middle of HEB, screaming. Doesn't know he's screaming, babe,
Oreos are on sale.
Do we need this kind of bread?
So, like, the reason this
Mm-hmm.
episode is so important for posterity, because Revan needs to know the kind of man his dad is. You know? like that's why I'm so into it, is because like my daughter's gonna listen sometime whenever I tell her like, like whenever I threaten her life, and she'll be like, I don't know if he's serious. And then she'll go back and listen to this, like, oh shit, Dad did some stuff.
Dad's been through some things.
Yeah, it's like that's the thing we think about our old men. We're like, yeah, they probably just like kind of they were always this dude. You know what I mean? Like,
they were always who they are. Yeah, exactly.
It's like no, they were totally fucking rejects and degenerates. Like,
it's true,
dude.
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree, man.
I was like, where was my dad when I was where was my dad when he was 28? And I was like, not in a better position than me. Like, I mean, he didn't have a degree. Like,
he was still figuring it out.
Yeah.
There's no plan.
Yeah.
Bruce was the first one to make you laugh, like hardcore laugh.
Oh yeah. No, you know what? Whenever I think about somebody making me belly laugh, I'll always think of Kaitlyn with that fucking line about Revan.
Oh, that wasn't even on
air. Yeah,
no, it wasn't.
shit.
But I'm just telling you, like for off-air quality, like.
Oh, man. Well, what were we doing? We were hanging the TV, weren't we?
No. This was
Y'all,
we were all sitting around eating dinner.
Yeah, and Revan was mouthing off.
Revan was slamming the door onto the wall of the bathroom.
That's right. Yeah.
And I told him, well, I yelled at him. I said, "You put a hole in that wall, I'll put another hole in your ass." And Mike died.
I was just. Because it was like I had never heard it before, but I could just hear like that my mother's I could hear my mom saying classic lines. Like
that was when Zach was here. It was right before you guys were going to record. Was Zach the second time?
Dude, Zach was on twice. He has some good stuff, man. Which so what people don't know about that is Zach came down here for a week. He was down here for a conference, and we recorded. The first like weekend he was here, and then the second one right before he left out. But then we posted them like a few weeks apart. Boom, behind the scenes. It doesn't mean anything, I know. It's just.
I mean, everyone's like,
I'm just revealing the curtain, man. I'm showing people how real this show is.
Jerry's like, people are like, tell us about the time y'all got into a fight. Like, I want drama.
There hasn't been any drama on this show.
No drama here, man.
No, we've been pretty open and honest. Like, but I'll be honest, just to lay it on the table. Like, whenever you call me this weekend, and first of all, I want to make this abundantly clear. Everything I'm about to say was my initial stupid reaction because I have neurosis and I'm an egomaniac. Is that like Jerry he calls me, I miss it. I call him back. I'm getting ready for bed, and he's like, by the way, it was 9:30. Weird, right? Yeah. Like,
you were going to bed at 9:30.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
And so he's like, hey, dude, I gotta tell you, we gotta end the show. And I'm like, man, fuck you. Like
I know.
Who the fuck are you to fire me? I fire you. You know what I mean? Like, who gets a pink slip from one of their best friends? Like, I'm just like staring at the phone for a second. And so
you were really quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was oddly calm about it, but I knew internally he was like, you motherfucker.
Well, yeah, when you're like, let's talk about this in person, I was like, here we go.
Yeah.
It's
fine. Like, the thing is I think I'm pretty good at saying like the thing that's going to murder a friendship. I'll hold back on that. You know what I mean? Not saying that thing, I mean.
Yeah.
So I'm like, my initial gut reaction is to call you a rat bastard and hang up the phone and never talk to you again.
45 years from now, you're like, why did we end, man? I'm like, bro, you ghosted me for a fucking 4 decades. Like, I was trying to call you
again.
Right?
Yeah. And we've said this before. Mike doesn't text, so I wasn't about to try to text him and be like, hey man, call me. Or
well,
like,
here's the thing.
Hey, man,
he couldn't ghost you for long. We worked together.
Wait, you guys work together, yeah.
I'd fucking quit. If it was that messy, I'd fucking quit. I would say something horrific.
You're making it messy.
I would say something horrific about your mother, about your great grandkids, and then I would hang up the phone because I'm an egomaniac.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? I'm gonna show who I am. Oh, my dick's bigger. You know, like that's how I am.
Well, that's the thing. It had nothing to do with you. It was just time.
No, but egomaniac.
Yeah. But obviously we talked about it and it's all good. That's not the case at all. So,
I want to make it abundantly clear. I totally understand the time constraints. Like it's
with a new baby and just the limited time we have in general, the family time on the weekends and stuff like that. It's
Well, I mean, every weekend we're doing something.
Yeah.
Like, it's go see my dad, go see your mom, go see my mom, go see your dad. Like don't we have like a kids party next weekend? Or are we not?
yes,
It
we
doesn't
do.
matter.
Yes,
We'll
Sunday.
We'll see if we go to that.
That's-
You'll be recovering from surgery. So.
I got surgery on Thursday.
I forgot to interject into the sobriety thing, and this is very important in my sobriety. Smoking pot. Smoking pot helps so much. Smoking pot also helps with t-ball games and children's birthday parties.
That's fair.
Yeah.
My dad
just
would
drink.
agree with this.
Yeah, it's like sober, I'm like, Ellie, fucking hustle. Like, but like when I'm still, I'm like, they don't even keep score. You know what I mean?
Parts of me wish Revan could be in group sports, and then other parts I'm like, thank fucking God I know how to do that.
We
shit.
had him in karate for like 3 months, and it was twice a week on weekdays, Mondays and Wednesdays. I was like, dude, fuck this. It was practice was 45 minutes, and the drive is like 2 minutes from here.
Well,
And
I
was
think
like, fuck this.
I think part of the reason is that we just kind of fell off of it is because of his anxiety,
Yeah.
and getting him to do anything is just
Yeah, it was just so much.
it's harder than
were-
it has to be.
We were putting in more effort than him, and
Yeah.
it was like, at what cost? Like, because then all it would do is like spiral out, like more arguments in the car on the way home, and telling him how he needs to behave there, and all kinds of things like that. And it
Well,
was
by
like,
the time he got home, it's shower, eat, bed.
yeah, he didn't have any time to decompress for the day or
Mhm.
anything. It was just adding more problems to the situation. So
Yep.
that's why we nixed that in the ass. But
Those sound like actual real world problems. I'm not being sarcastic, but for me, it's just like, it's fucking a Saturday morning. Why am I standing in the middle of this field watching a bunch of 4-year-olds with no concept of sports time or
Yeah.
competitiveness
Yeah.
try to chase down this ball? My daughter's in the outfield. Like, Julia, this is insulting. We're going home. Like, the thing is it's like you've got these dads out there with their sons, and they're like, you can tell that they are trying to drive their son into this. And I'm like, let's be realistic, baby. Like, you might get a softball scholarship to college, but like, how far are we going to take this? You can be the first female pitcher in the bigs. Like, I'm sorry, just statistically speaking, because there's been there's zero. So can I just fucking sleep in a little bit? I love
Yeah.
you so much.
let me fucking sleep. Like, yeah.
No, one day we'll do a podcast about all the problems we have with parenting and
Yeah.
all that bullshit.
I
But
guess what I was trying to say is I sound like a dick whenever I'm like, I don't want to go to T-ball, and you're like, this
Look-
causes legitimate
Look,
problems.
man, here's the thing about that is that people that think, if anybody thinks you're a dick of a parent, it's for two reasons. One, they don't have any kids. Or two, they are just masking the truth and reality of being a parent.
it's like a Facebook parent.
You know what I mean?
They only post the good stuff.
Yeah. Like if you don't think your kid's an asshole, you're a shitty parent. Like,
You're lying.
You're lying because kids
All
are
kids
assholes.
are assholes.
And the fact just because you have the common decency to call it out and just say it out loud and accept that that's the reality of things.
Oh, there's so many times I've been called a bad mom because we curse in front of our kids. Like, we drop F-bombs and stuff like, why would you say that around your child? Well, I'm not going to censor myself because the world's not going to censor itself around my kids. So why do I have to do it? It's better to teach them at a young age that these words don't hurt you than it is for them to grow up and hear somebody say fuck at Walmart and then be like, oh, Mom, they said a bad word.
Yeah.
I see a lot of sheltered kids, man, and just one dude was so sheltered, and just like by the book and like so religious, and then first year living on his own, going away to college, dude. His parents were like reaching out to everybody they knew, and they were like, we don't know what to do. He's addicted to porn. Oh, I don't know how to help him. I'm like, so are the rest of us. Like, get over it. Who's not? Like, fuck off.
Jerry's been writing that all day. This is a good one.
I'm like, what sites is he using? Is he paying? I'll show him where to go for free. Like,
Why would you pay for porn?
No, I think he was, and that's how I think they found out was they saw his credit cards.
I mean,
Stupid
I
ass.
just gotta tell you, man. Like the porn addiction is just so hard for me to wrap my brain around. I mean, I get it, but like, I mean, have you tried heroin?
Have you tried to? Yeah.
I mean, whatever, dog. But I mean, like, because, like, you can shoot up until you die, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. People do it all the time. They just keep shooting up and then they die.
Yeah.
Your dick goes raw before you die.
It just stops working.
Yeah.
Like round 6. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, okay, if he pulled his own dick off, that guy's got a porn problem.
Yeah.
Well,
but-
that's the thing is some people don't even touch themselves. They get to the point where it's just they're watching it. They can't stop. They're not even doing anything to it. They're just watching it.
I mean, all
For
right,
the
so
plot.
first of all,
For the plot.
who the fuck am I to...
That's the best part.
Who am I to make fun of somebody else's plight? But I think heroin addiction, my own, is hilarious. Like, they're
Yeah.
super sad. It was super duper sad. But there were funny parts. Like,
Can I say though, out of everybody we went to high school with, you would have been one of the last people that I would have ever thought would get addicted to drugs.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. We hung out every day.
That's why
dude.
he didn't believe you.
Yeah, I was like, Mike, you're fucking jerking my chain, man. You're not addicted. You were like, nah,
Just
bro.
your
straight-
personality, never would have thought.
It's crazy, man.
I mean, it's... Well, you know what? That's actually a big reason why, like, a lot of people will tell you is most opiate addicts. That's what they hear. It's like, it's not the person that you expect. It's equal opportunity. But on the parts of being the heroin addiction hilarious, I can admit that. They're waiting in a Luby's parking lot for 4 hours for anything is inherently funny.
You've done that?
Yes.
His dealer had one arm.
I remember that.
My one-armed D girl. No, but
And you never asked her why she had one arm.
I
Men.
mean, it's
Men.
It's whatever. I mean,
probably-
Never ask the good stuff. Like Jerry, fucking drives me crazy. He's talking to somebody. I'm like, oh, how are they doing? He doesn't fucking know.
I'm like, I don't know. I was telling him a joke. Like, I don't have to
Or
ask him
so
what
and
he's
so
doing.
broke up with so and so. What? Why?
I-
I don't know. I didn't fucking
I
ask.
don't know. They just told me they broke up.
It's like, yeah, that's. I was raised around primarily women.
Yeah.
So like, I ask peripheral questions. Mm-hmm. But sometimes I catch myself, and I'm like, I don't care. No one I know cares.
Yeah.
So
I'm nebby as shit. I like the details. So we've been together how long now, Jerry? 11 years?
Like 12 years, yeah.
Yeah. And he doesn't know by now that I need details. If so and so broke up, I want the goods.
I try to get him now.
I need that
God
cheese
damn.
in my
Well,
life.
it also doesn't help when I'm like a text and a half into a conversation and you start asking me like 30 questions about the person, and I'm like, honey, I don't know.
Well,
I've
see, this
barely
is
said hello.
This is common sense stuff that I would ask.
It's
already.
not common sense. Here's the thing. Here's why I don't. This is my mindset on text message conversations.
Don't
which is
wave your finger at me, sir.
90% of my conversations are text message conversations, right? To me, a text message is an everlasting, ongoing conversation because I don't start every text saying hello, good afternoon, name.
I'm gonna start. Every
How are you
text
doing today?
like
And
that
then I
from
don't
you
end
from
it
now on.
saying sincerely, Jerry. I don't do that.
that's a fucking email.
Yeah, that's an email.
Right?
Thank you. Yeah. I just send you the meme and I expect you to laugh or make a comment after. And then if you have something funny, share it. And then that's it. And that's why when the texting is done, I don't say, "Okay, bye. Talk to you next time." It's just I don't respond or they don't respond. And
But
that's
here's
the end
thing.
of that
If you
moment.
haven't talked to this person in months, don't you want to see how they're doing?
No, because I can just scroll up to the last time he said he was like, "Oh yeah, it's all good, man, just working."
But if there's months in between,
Yeah, it's the same. Otherwise, they're gonna let me know and be like, "Nah, bro, you won't believe this shit that's been going on." And I'm
you're
like,
just a bad friend.
Well, no, because I imagine that a lot of Jerry's friends are like me. Like I said, I shit my pants like 2 months ago. You guys just found out like 2 weeks ago. It
No,
didn't-
you told us when it happened.
Oh, I didn't think so. But what I'm saying is like that wasn't like a big event in my life. It was just a
Which
Tuesday.
blows my mind, by the way.
It was just a Tuesday. You know what I mean? Like I can't like, dude. Like that's what was so funny to me about our whole podcast. is because Jerry's like, another woman has never seen my penis, and I'm at the doctor like 3 weeks later. The doctor's like, hey man, you gotta pull your pants down. I was like, oh, yeah, whatever, man. Yeah, how many dicks have you seen today? 10? I'm probably not making top 8. Like, who cares? He's a dick doctor. This is his job.
10, I'm not making
just
top
like
8.
It's just like you look at aircraft engines when you're in the service. It was like, yeah, this is an engine. This is definitely an engine. Who cares?
Yeah.
Like he's like that with dick. Like, I mean,
I don't know how you got here. All I remember you saying is I shit myself.
He
2
just
months
wanted
ago.
to talk about his penis.
I did.
That's
no,
fair.
but I wanted to bring up because like I feel like if you had shit your pants under the same circumstances, you would have been like, bro, I gotta tell you how I shit my pants. Like,
I did on Saturday.
You shit your pants.
He did.
You shit your pants.
At the
Just when I thought he was.
Oh my god.
Stop! I'm gonna pass out again.
Just when I thought I was out, he pulls me back in.
No, dude. Okay, look, listen.
He was so salty.
We went out to San Marcos, and it was the first
To the outlet malls.
outlet store we go into, and I'm like, oh shit. I got to fart, dude. And I'm right next to the bathrooms. So I go down the hallway a little bit to get away from everybody. And I'm like, all right, here we go. Let it out. Get back to shopping. Boom. Wasn't a fart. And I was like, I got busted into the bathroom, dude. And like, it's everywhere. And I'm like, no! This is a boot store. They don't have boxers here. So
Good thing you weren't wearing boots.
I have to go to 3 fucking stores to buy a pair of boxers to change out. And then... Dude, it was awful.
Oh Jesus, man, that is funny because I'm like, Jerry's an adult. He doesn't shit his pants anymore. Like, my child
It was literally
ass.
the first store we went
Dude,
into. I'm calling him because I need his input on something. And he's like, I'm in the bathroom. 20 fucking minutes later, he comes out, and I'm like, what do you think about these ones?
I think we need to go home.
And then I asked him, I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? And he's like, I'll tell you in the car.
Get in the car. Get in the car.
Mind you, we're
Wait,
with my mom and her roommate.
Did you argue when he said we need to go to the car? Like,
No. We finished up in the store. We ended up not getting anything.
No.
We finished up in the store. Well, and we're like walking behind my mom and her roommate, and I was like, what's going on? He's like, I'll fucking tell you in the car.
I wasn't that aggressive.
Yes,
but...
you were. Oh my god. And then we get in the car.
Like 30 times.
Jerry.
What's wrong?
Yeah.
Honey, I'll tell you in the car. What's wrong? I'll tell you in the car. Like, just get to the car. It's a safe place in the car.
We get in the car, and I was like, what happened? He's like, I shit myself.
And then I was like,
oh.
if this has ever happened to you as a woman or your period or whatever, like I understand, and I'm sorry that you have to do that on a monthly basis.
man, you gotta.
So that's how I'm doing. If you want to text me and ask me, that's how. Is that what you want?
Yes. Everybody should know. I completely forgot you did that. It was our first time alone without kids in how long?
I shit myself.
Oh, you dumbass! You gotta plug it.
Dude, I thought it was sick. Hey, never trust a fire.
Never trust a fire.
Okay, this is my mother's favorite story to tell me about me. Is about me shitting my pants. When I was like 12, we had just moved into the house in West Creek, maybe 13, and my mom's like, "We're gonna go through some drapes at Home Depot." And she's like so excited. She's like getting to decorate like her house. You know what I mean? And so we're going, and I'll never forget. Like my stepdad's like walking probably about 10 paces ahead of me. I'm like, I got a fart. I got one loaded and locked. I'm like ready to go. I'm like, I want to dump this on this motherfucker. And so I run up, I hike my leg, and just shit everywhere.
Christ. In the middle of Home Depot.
No. We're in the parking lot.
At least there's
Get in
that.
the store. At least I was 3.5 feet from the bathroom.
So we're in the parking lot. So
There's something about you shitting yourself in parking lots.
Dude, no. I shit like holding onto the bathroom handle, if you'll recall, because I got to the second bathroom. The first one was locked. I touched the metal, and the second one's locked. And I just let go. I'm not gonna make it. I just knew that there was no quick reaction force coming to help me. I was just fucked. I had to shit my pants.
It was the safest place.
So, but back at Home Depot, I hike my leg and I go to fart and my stepdad. I shit my pants and I just let my leg down slowly and I just stand there, unsure what to do. And so, like, my family turns around. They're like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "We gotta get in the car right now."
You pulled to Jerry. Get the car. Get the car.
No, it was way better because my stepdad comes back. He's like, "What's wrong with you?" And I'm like, "I shit my pants." He's like, "What?" I'm like, "I shit my pants." And I hear my mom go, "What?" So they put down like a plastic Walmart bag. I sit on it.
I would have just made you just lay on your stomach in the back.
Dude, and the whole time, my mother is just laying into me.
I told you to go before we left the house.
No, it's worse. She's like, I just wanted to get some nice drapes, Michael. I just wanted to make the house look nicer for all of us. And then you have to go and shit your pants.
It's nice to know that as a mom, I'm doing my job.
Yeah.
Dude, no,
when I do that shit to Revan.
My favorite line was, I was like, "Mom, I didn't mean," and I get halfway through, I didn't mean it. She's like, "I changed your pants when you were 0 to fucking 2. I thought I was done. I was done with shit, Michael. And then lo and behold, you hit the teenage years and continue the behavior." So she's just going ham. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, man. We still love bringing that story up. But a real quick companion story is my brother. My parents still call me Shitty Pants. Like still this day.
That's just Shitty Pants, Michael.
Yeah, they still do it. But the funniest part about this was my brother joined in. Like, he was always like, "Shitty Pants, Shitty Pants, Shitty Pants." So we go to Mark's parents' house in East Bernard. Matthew's probably like 14. I was probably 17 or 13, something like that, right? And I'm asleep on it, like on the floor, and I hear, Michael, go get Mom. I'm like, "Matthew, fuck off, I'm sleeping." "No, Michael, go get Mom." I'm like, "Oh, no, not doing it. It seems like a personal problem with whatever you're doing." He's like, "Michael, go get Mom." I'm like, "What's wrong?" He's like, "I shit the bed." Oh, man. Yeah, so it was...
Yes. Look, the moral of the story is everybody done shit themselves once or twice.
I have never.
Everybody has.
Everybody does.
I have never.
Yeah, but
when you were potty training, I'm sure you dumped one off on...
God, dude. That's rough, man.
This has been one hell of a send-off.
It is. Yeah, it's been great.
We've covered all the important subjects.
There's shitting yourself and then shitting yourself.
I know, like, every episode we wanted to have, like not like a message, but like a, you know what? Hey, that episode, everything I just heard in that last hour made me like 1% better as a person. Like, that was hopefully the goal. People walking away.
That was your goal?
I don't know if we ever hit that.
Well, I mean, I kind of hate watch people.
You hate watch people?
Yeah, it's a thing.
I don't know what that means.
You watch people because you hate them.
Okay.
But you watch it to feel better about yourself.
That's a thing.
So like watching Bravo TV channel?
Yeah.
Oh, that whole cesspool of programming.
Oh, it's trash TV, but it's amazing.
So
No.
are you saying people hate watch us and hate listen to us?
Yeah, just to feel better about themselves.
That's fair. I'll be that. That's fine. Excuse me. I'll be that. That's
Every man got a cross to bear, Jerry.
Everyone's got to have a code, man.
Man,
Every
gotta
man's
have a
gotta
code. You got to have a code.
Oh, dude. What do you... What was the one thing on the Good Luck Sleeping episodes that fucked you up the most?
I don't know, Jerry. It was all an exercise and things I didn't want to do.
The
Like-
snap. I heard it snap.
I heard it snap. That look, dude. You're talking about the big crunch. Is what you're talking
Yeah.
about, babe.
Oh, the crunch. Yeah. I mean, I've made peace with it.
Have you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Do you lie awake at night?
No, man. I just
he got over it.
What's his problem? He's a nihilist. It must be exhausting. No, I found nihilism. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I did find a new religion that I follow.
Okay.
It's apatheism.
What is that?
Was that an actual thing, or did you just make this up?
You can look it up. It's apatheism. It basically says that the existence of God has no bearing on how I behave as a human. Like, if God exists, that's cool, but I'm be really stoked about it, but
Oh.
do I really care? I mean,
Yeah.
is it gonna affect how I treat you or the people around me?
Right. That's interesting. That's a really,
It's
really
more of an
interesting theory.
attitude rather than a belief.
Ooh.
Well, I mean,
likes
we
that
don't
attitude.
have meetings, but
There's no church.
there's not. We're very decentralized. I actually think I might join the Church of Satan.
Oh, my best friend is.
Yeah, it's I think it's an interesting religion. They don't worship Satan. They just
Yeah.
just believe in
Actually, their morals are
sense.
very, very good.
They're a very strict moral code, it seems.
Mm-hmm. They're good people.
Oh, fucking A, man.
Yeah, somebody's gonna take that dude out.
What, dude?
The guy who started the Church of Satanism.
It's gonna be a Christian.
Oh yeah, Sirhan.
Oh, man, dude. But I think this will be good, dude. I think it'll be a lot of fun. We'll still get together when we can and just nail a bunch of hot topics or just do this. Just fucking
Catch up.
and talk shit about whatever, dude.
I feel like that's probably the best course of action, and any creative endeavor that I engage in, I would like your input. And
Absolutely.
I feel like this is a continuation or a chapter in whatever we started whenever we were in a band. It just kind of makes sense. Like, as we get older and we start to maybe have different ideas, and maybe we can come together on something and make something happen.
Absolutely, man. This is by no means the end.
No?
Just a pause.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I know y'all didn't see it, but I just spaced out for a second.
No, you're good. Cool.
I think we should call it. Yeah.
Babe, did you have any last comments?
Nope.
No?
I'm good.
Good? Cool,
I could call you out on so much stuff, but no.
What do you want to call me out on?
Let's not do this.
Talk about it off air.
We'll talk about it off air.
Ooh. Fucking cliffhanger like a motherfucker.
For them, yeah.
Oh, man. You like that playlist? That's
Yeah,
pretty good,
that was another thing. Yeah, Jerry came with a playlist, and it hit pretty much everything. I was like bumping some of the stuff that I didn't even think about.
I think you're the only follower of the
That's
playlist.
fine. That's fine. I'm sure people have listened. Doesn't mean they follow. It's fine.
It doesn't. I mean, it's
It's not.
it's an acquired taste, Jerry.
It's
It
an
really is.
acquired taste.
Yeah, I mean, your hardcore really like there was some stuff where I was like, yeah, I see why Jerry likes it.
What did you say earlier off air when we were out smoking?
Oh yeah. Okay, so so I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Jerry and I can have an hour-long conversation with you about music.
Yeah.
And I think with the exception of your wife, that's pretty rare, right?
Yeah.
Because
absolutely.
your music tastes are so
So fine. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, fine. I would say
Far out
I would
there.
say specific.
Yeah.
I meant like fine tooth, like
No,
like fine grit, like.
I know. I just
precise.
I didn't want them to interpret any like you kissing your
Oh,
own ass.
yeah, I have terrible taste, but it's like you said before, like this is for me. Like
I blame his mom for restricting his music as a child.
that's true.
That could be. But I do have to say though, I feel like you're the autistic music kid, and I'm the only one who can talk to you about it. Like I know that I can talk about hardcore for about like 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
Which is insane because I could talk about country for like 3 days. Yeah.
I can talk about country for about 30 seconds.
Oh, can I just mention you killing off Loretta Lynn in what was
Episode
this?
4.
Yeah, drove me crazy.
Well, but you knew I was trying to think of Patsy Cline.
I knew it, but I was seriously in my car yelling at both of you.
Patsy Cline.
Yes, I was like, it's not Loretta Lynn. She's still alive.
If you're listening right now and you've ever had a moment where you're yelling back at us because of something that like we're not quite getting there yet or anything like that, or you're like, no, you motherfucker, it's this, not that, you idiots, you are not alone, because every other fan of this show has said the same fucking thing to me.
That's honestly why I'm a part of the show now.
Yeah.
The fact checker.
We had to hire a fact checker to fucking check us, dude.
Yeah, and it's
And I love that. It's fine. Actually, it was always nothing but good responses ever since you joined the show. Offset kind of.
I gotta keep you two in line.
That's fine.
I wouldn't go that far with me. I exist outside of lines that Julia doesn't place for me.
I'm talking about in this room.
Oh yeah, good call. Whatever, boss lady. I feel like this is probably the time, man.
What's the time?
Oh, we gotta sign off.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Until next time. Absolutely. So, cheers. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Every one of you.
Every single one of you. Those 2 guys on YouTube
Yeah.
that probably unfollowed us by now. That's
Yeah.
fine.
We don't know
You
what your
guys.
names are.
Everybody
I think
listening
it
in
was
the
your
car.
friend Eric who left a nice
Eric?
review
On what?
on Facebook.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Eric. Oh, yeah. He's one of the top all-stars as well. He was one of the main reasons we started the YouTube, because he watches it on YouTube. I've literally caught him and walked up to him before, and he's like pulling his headphones out. He's like, "Oh, hey, what's up, man?" And on his phone is literally us, and I'm like, huh, "That's crazy."
Yeah,
So,
no,
Eric,
it's
shout out to you
absolutely
too, bud.
insane.
Pro, man. Appreciate it. But everybody, thank you. Really, we mean it. Thank you so much. And it's bittersweet, but just hang tight, and more to come eventually.
I mean, who knows?
That's it.
Yeah. It's like, how do we stop? This is like breaking up with a person you're supposed to break up with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we're like, oh, we gotta. Oh.
Who leaves the coffee shop first? Like, you.
I'm gonna drive away now, Jerry. Off